Welcome back, viewers. This is the original news. Beginning with an update from Brazil. Alarms ran out across the Brazilian city of Petrópolis on Thursday, warning of more heavy rain to come after floods and landslides killed at least 117 people with more than 100 missing. The rescue mission has been temporarily called off, and some people, fearing more destruction, are fleeing the city. One volunteer rescuer said that finding survivors under the rubble was now practically impossible. This week's rainfall in Petrópolis was the heaviest in nearly a century. The downpours on Tuesday alone exceeded the average for the whole of February, triggering landslides and floods in the city north of Rio and turning streets into rivers of mud. Homes were engulfed and vehicles swept away. Now for news from Trinidad and Tobago. Activist Joel de Souza made history on Tuesday as the first transgender person to be appointed a senator. De Souza was appointed a temporary opposition senator in place of Jayante Lochmidel, who was ill. Shortly after De Souza took the oath, there was a tit-for-tat exchange between Tourism Minister Randall Mitchell and United National Congress Senators Anna Roberts and David Natin. Senate President Christine Kangaloo had to caution members. The oath taking is usually the one part of the proceedings where members of parliament are silent. We now turn our attention to Haiti. Thousands of Haitian garment workers protested in Port-au-Prince on Thursday to demand higher wages following weeks of similar demonstrations over pay and working conditions at firms that export to U.S. clothing retailers. Workers are seeking a raise that would take their daily wage to $15 from the current wage of $5. Protesters first congregated around the Sanopi Industrial Park and then later gathered along a nearby road after police dispersed them with tear gas. Similar protests have been taking place in recent weeks at Haitian factories, which have for years seen workers protest over low salaries. In the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic ended all COVID-19 public health restrictions on Thursday, including a mask mandate and vaccine checks in public spaces, despite not yet reaching the government's vaccination target of 7% coverage for adults. The Caribbean nation, which shares the island of Hispaniola with Haiti, started relaxing COVID-19 containment measures last July when authorities ended a nighttime curfew that had been in effect since March 2020. Prior to the latest announcement, the government had required face coverings in public places and proof of vaccination before riding public transportation or showing up at local businesses to work or shop. Health Minister Dania Rivera told reporters on Thursday that ending the containment measures was due to constant reductions in both COVID-19 infections and death rates. And finally, in Barbados, about 25 people were injured in an accident involving a minibus and a car at the junction of Windsor, Christchurch. In providing the update from the scene, Senior Superintendent of Police Margaret Steven said 8 complained of head, chest, and neck injuries and were being taken to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. The others will be assessed at the scene and they will also receive medical attention. The accident occurred around 7:15 p.m. on Thursday. The scene has been declared a mass casualty and the Barbados Defense Force is setting up the field hospital. And that is all for your regional news.